All right, we're just minutes away from a changing of the guard tonight at NBC Nightly News. At 5:30, Tom Llamas takes over the anchor desk.
Yep, the network announced the change back in March, and Joy and I, along with our colleague Joe Birch, we recently got to spend some time with Tom.
Yeah, it was a fun little road trip. And as Joe here can tell us, Joe, Tom, we understand, is pretty familiar with Memphis.
He is indeed. He has been here several times on assignment, most recently to interview an Ole Miss student who says her life was ruined by internet rumors shared by podcasters. Whether it's covering new media or national security, Tom Llamas told me he's ready to lead nightly news into a new era.
The national headline.
During a recent promo shoot celebrating the changes coming to NBC Nightly News, I got the chance to chat with Tom Llamas about his new gig.
What a privilege to get to sit down with Tom Llamas, the new anchor of NBC Nightly News. How has your life changed since March the 5th?
Well, Joe, first I want to say it's an honor to sit down with you because the viewers of Memphis have trusted you for more than 40 years. So to see someone like that in the business and to be able to stand with him, it is an honor to be interviewed by you. So thank you for giving me your time. I think, listen, you know, this is the dream of a lifetime, right?
Tom told me he knows he has big shoes to fill at Nightly.
To me, the greatest job in this business. It's an honor. I'm humbled. I hope to carry the legacy of Nightly News, but also of my good friend and my mentor, Lester Holt, who's just been a great journalist, someone who's devoted his life to this craft, but also who's a great person.
Tom's been working in newsrooms since he was a teenager. We got our hands on his reel.
The miserable conditions here in Nassau are compliments of Tropical Storm Hannah.
That's Tom at our sister station in South Florida. He later went to work at WNBC in New York.
Right now we're on the border of the Dominican Republic and Haiti.
Before handling senior correspondent and fill-in anchor duties at the network.
The 4-year-old stealing the spotlight at the Masters.
The Miami native's work led to true love. His wife, Jennifer, a former news producer. The couple have 2 daughters and a son, all under age 12. The 45-year-old family man says he's devoted to reporting facts free of spin.
It's a time when there's a lot of confusion out there. There's misinformation. I always want Nightly News to be a place where people know they can go and they're going to get the facts, they're going to get the real stories, and they're going to get the important information they need to make those important decisions.
Tom's parents escaped Castro's Cuba and found their way to the U.S. The newsman grew up speaking his parents' native Spanish and English.
I've covered immigration both in South Florida when it came to Cuban-American refugees, but also Haitian Americans. I've covered the border in Texas, southern border as well. Look, here's what I can tell you. I understand why people flee their countries, right? I understand why people have to leave the place they were born to find a better life. My family had to do it. But I also know that we're a nation of laws, right? And this country doesn't exist without its laws. So I understand both sides. As an anchor of NBC Nightly News, I can promise the viewers one thing: I will always be unbiased. I will be objective down the middle, even when it comes to things like immigration and as a son of immigrants, because I know for Americans, they need the news with no spin, and that's what I hope to do.
Tom traveled the world in his reporting, covering disasters, tragedies, and triumphs on campuses and campaign trails, taking a pulse on politics. Then,
tell me how important national security and the war on terrorism is for you.
And now,
security breach coming from the top members of the Trump administration.
I've interviewed the president before. I covered his first campaign. I have what I believe is a professional and good relationship with him, and I hope to interview him once I take that chair in June. And I think the other thing is just, you know, from your history and the way you cover every story, without fear or favor to me means when I'm speaking to a world leader or I'm speaking to a CEO, I'm asking them questions, and even though I work for NBC, I really work for the viewer, and that's what I'm thinking about.